Hello, James here from Cold Air Inductions. Today we'll be installing an Elite Series cold air intake on a 2021 Chevy Silverado with a 2.7 liter turbo.
These are the tools required for the installation: ratchet, extension, 10mm socket, 8mm socket, 8mm nut driver, 7mm nut driver, T20 Torx Bit, 2.5mm Allen wrench. Turn off the ignition. Let the engine cool before installation. Disconnect the negative battery cable using the 10mm socket. Unplug MAF sensor. Using the 8mm nut driver, remove the 3 screws from production air induction housing cover. Using the 7mm nut driver, loosen hose clamp near MAF sensor. Disconnect outlet duct from induction cover. Remove the air induction housing cover and filter. Remove PCV fresh air tube from air cleaner outlet duct. Using the 10mm socket, remove the 2 bolts on engine cover. Then remove engine cover. Using the 10mm socket, remove the 2 nuts holding the air cleaner outlet duct. Remove the 4 wiring harness ties from the air cleaner outlet duct. Disconnect both cables from vapor canister purge solenoid valve. To remove the vapor canister purge solenoid valve connector, push the white locking clip back until it stops. While compressing the white locking clip between fingers, pull connector away from solenoid. Solenoid clip can be hard to remove. Using 7mm nut driver, loosen hose clamp on air cleaner outlet duct near turbo inlet. Remove the air cleaner outlet duct. Place the air cleaner outlet duct on the workbench. Using a 10mm socket, remove vapor canister purge solenoid valve from the air cleaner outlet duct. Remove the MAF sensor using a T20 Torx by removing the 2 screws holding it in place on the MAF tube. Note: carefully handle the MAF sensor to prevent damage. Peel protective film from logo and glass. Using the 10mm socket, install the vapor canister purge solenoid valve on the new air inlet duct using the production bolt. Install MAF sensor into the new MAF tube using a 2.5mm Allen wrench with the new MAF button head screws provided. Torque both screws to 35 inch-pounds, 3.9 Nm. Using the production nuts, install the cover mount brackets provided, making sure bracket P goes to passenger side and bracket D goes to driver's side. Install new air inlet duct onto turbo inlet duct. Make sure the notch aligns with the turbo inlet duct as shown. Tighten hose clamp using an 8mm nut driver to 53 inch-pounds or 6 Nm. Reconnect both cables to the vapor canister purge solenoid valve. Remember to press in white tab. Remove hose clamp from high performance filter element to allow the filter to easily fit into the air induction housing. Install filter element into the air induction housing with curved side of the filter towards open end of housing. Reinstall hose clamp onto the end of the filter in the channel provided. Install new MAF tube into filter element, making sure to align the small dots located on the MAF tube with the raised locator mark on the lip of filter element. Using the 8mm nut driver, tighten the hose clamp on filter to 53 inch-pounds or 6 Nm. Install air induction assembly onto the existing air induction lower housing and air inlet duct near turbo inlet. Using the 8mm socket, install the 3 screws on the air induction housing onto the air induction lower housing and tighten. Reconnect wiring harness to MAF sensor. If MAF wiring harness is too tight, the wiring harness may need to be disconnected from wiring harness supports for extra room. Install PCV fresh air tube onto MAF tube. Using the 8mm nut driver, tighten hose clamp on air inlet duct near the turbo inlet to 53 inch-pounds or 6 Nm. Replace engine cover onto provided brackets and tighten 2 bolts using the 8mm socket. Reconnect negative battery cable using 10mm socket. Slowly lower the hood and check for clearance. Time for a test drive.
This concludes installation. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.